Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Sandra from SandraStitches. If you don't know me, if this is your first time. So I'm just sitting down here and I'm trying to find a new design. I'm thinking about a new design for my membership, the V-Stitch Club. If you don't know that, link in the comment. And I need a kind of a lacy shawl, and I'm thinking rectangular shawl. So first of all, thank you for being here. And if you're new, so go check out all the links in the show notes below. I go live here about twice or 3 times a month with some crochet with me sessions and meet my pattern sessions, which are really nice because I show you all my patterns, all my designs and everything. And I also make these kind of vlog videos where I tell you how my creation journey or things that are going on in my crochet life. So I'm thinking about this crochet shawl rectangular because I don't know, I was feeling lately that triangular shawls are not a thing anymore. I don't feel comfortable. So I love them. I have a few designs of triangle shawls, but I'm feeling more rectangular. So, and now spring and summer is coming on, so I'm thinking like a lacy shawl. And when I mean lacy, I mean a kind of stitch pattern that has, a lot of holes, a lot of chains and trebles, so that first of all, it works really fast, and then it, it's good for the season. So I found this stitch pattern that I'm thinking I'm going to try, and it says you need multiples of 6 plus 5. So let's start this. I chose to make, I have this yarn, this color. It's not cotton, it's acrylic yarn. It's weight 4, but I think it's a kind of a blended acrylic because it's not very yarny, very kind of a winter yarny, and it's not labeled really. It's Chinese, so it doesn't really say anything on the label. It just says it's 100% acrylic and that you should use a 4.5 millimeter hook, and all the care symbols, but it doesn't really say. When I used Google Lens to translate this, it doesn't really say much about the yarn. So, but I love it, and this is the yarn I use for my samples. So, I tell my subscribers and my members in the membership that they can substitute the yarn with whatever yarn they want. So if I had a kind of cotton yarn, so I would use cotton yarn, weight 4. I don't like very lacy yarn. I tried to start with this. This is a DK weight yarn. It's from the Women's Institute. It's a microfiber premium yarn, and it's so thin. I went crazy. So it's not for my capacity of attention and boredom. So no, I will use this yarn, 2 strands, to make something else, because I cannot use this kind of so thin yarn. But of course, You can use any yarn you want. So it says multiples of 6 plus 5. So let's start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me now, when I'm designing a rectangular shawl, there is always a question: should I do the pattern horizontally, like make a very, very long chain and work it on the height, or should I make it vertical so I have short rows and work it on the legs? What do you think? What's better? So in my thinking, if you work it horizontally, so you have a very, very long chain, and after the first row, which is usually the most complicated row to start with the chains, it goes like that. And then you walk maybe, I don't know, 10 rows, and you have the height, you have the width of the shawl, and you're done. If you walk like vertical, I don't know if it's vertical, like short rows, and you go like this. So they're short, but you have to walk a lot of rows. And yeah, also it depends, it really makes a totally different piece, because the pattern shows differently, and it feels differently, and you know, it's a different piece if you walk it short rows or long rows. I'm not sure about this one. You know what? I think I'm going to make a swatch and we'll see what happens. So I have, let's try and see. So I have this pattern, and I have it here, page 161. I'm taking the stitch pattern, I'm from this book, okay, and it's in page 161. Let me see. It's really simple, and I really loved it. It's like one row repeat, really one row repeat, but it makes such a beautiful kind of feeling. So let's start, and it's trebles, just trebles and chains. So we treble in the 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, treble in the 6. Let's see how it shows, and then we'll decide. Okay, treble. I haven't used this stitch pattern, but I made some samples with different yarns, and yeah, I loved it. So let's see what happens here. Okay, it's chains and trebles, and it's a one row repeat, so very simple. And I think it's going to make a really beautiful. Skip 2. Let's see. I'll show you when I finish the first row. So what do you think usually you prefer, shawls worked long rows or short rows? It's a question, right? Or if you're a crocheter, I think it's a question. The truth is I've never asked my audience this question, but here I am. asking you. So tell me in the comments if you are watching this. 1, 2. Let's see how it goes. And you want to contribute to my creation journey. So I usually look for stitch patterns and I get inspired and then I modify them to my, to something unique. Because I think stitches really and stitch patterns are, it's all over. There's so many. All right, this is the first row. You see, very lacy. Let's make the second row. The second row is the row repeat, so it's really easy. You just have to remember chains and trebles. It's very easy. You see? Okay. Once you finish the first row, it goes really fast. I think maybe if I had, I don't know, if I had a thinner, if I could work a thinner yarn, maybe this would show better. But I can't. I will never finish it. So I will make the sample with this yarn, and whoever tries it will try with whatever yarn they want. Let me see. Okay. You like working trebles? Okay. You see this? Really nice. First of all, it's just trebles and chains, which is very easy. It's one row repeat, and it has this movement. They go like this. So I think it is going to be a long row because I want, because I want to make it like the diagonals and then maybe add some tassels or fringe, I don't know, and maybe add some rows in the middle to give it some strength, some kind of a structure. So let's see what happens. So I started a long chain. Now I did not count. So, because, how you get confused when you count. I need multiples of 6 plus 5 for this pattern. So what I thought, I'll just make a very, very long chain, and as I do my first row, I will see when to stop, because it's a very easy design. I don't recommend not to not to count your chains at the beginning. Definitely don't recommend that. But when it's such a easy stitch pattern, so you can try. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm just working the first row, and we'll see when I get to a certain length that I think it's enough, I will just stop and make my last stitch of the row. There is a last stitch which is a different stitch, but okay, it's not so hard to remember. So this is what I'm doing. Let's see how long. You know what, I did not put a timer, but I wonder how long does it take me to work one row when it's a long row. We'll do it in the next row. I have this cute app. It's called Pomodoro Kitty. If you don't know it, maybe I'll put the link in the description below. It's a kind of app. I just found it. It's so cute. There is a cat, a little cat that you can make in any color. You can paint it in any color, and it has these cute eyes. So it's kind of a timer. You put your timer, you tell it for how long you want your session to be, and then when the time is up, you hear this meow noise. It's so cute, and then you know that your time is up. So I've been using this to working sessions when I have some tasks that I need to do for work, like writing a blog post or writing a pattern or crocheting something like that, and I want to take the time, and also because I'm sitting most of the day, so what it does, you tell him how long you want your session to be, and then it gives you a 5-minute break. So it goes like meow, and then you have to stop. You take your 5-minute break and then start again. So you can configure it to any time block you want. It's really cute. You can change the colors, the color of the cat, the color of the background. I don't know. It's a silly little thing, but I think it's cute. And yes, I need a reminder to get up and walk a little bit after sitting and crocheting. If you have a very long crochet session, so you need to get up and walk. So I've been using that. So maybe I'll use it, or maybe I'll put in the phone a timer to see how long does it take to make one row, long row for this shawl. I love this color, and I'm going to use 2 colors. So it's this pink and this pink, and we're going to use them together, so it's more interesting. All right, so I finished the first row. Let's count how many stitches I have so I can have it for writing the pattern later. So it's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 50. Okay, 50. 1, 60. 70. 80. 1, 90. 100. I think I will put a marker here, kind of marker, maybe with a little piece of yarn, so I don't have to count again. 100. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. 1, 2, 22. 122. So 222. 222. Let me say 222 minus 5 to see if I'm right. So I had to have 6 plus 5. So 222 minus 5 is 217. I don't think it's right. No. Okay, let's start again. All right, so I counted again. I just added 1. So I have 221 chains. 221 chains. So it makes it 36 counts of 6 plus 5. All right, so we are good with the counting. This is so crucial because sometimes we miss the counting at the beginning and then it all goes wrong. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to set my kitty, Pomodoro kitty, to 1 hour and see how long does it take for me to work. What time is it? 10:55. So how long does it take for me to work one row, which is a very long row, as you can see, because I want the shawl to be kind of, shawl that you can put it like this. So I think it's enough. let's start. I'll tell you at the end how long it took me. So I changed colors to the lighter pink. It's coming up really nice. Can you see the flow of the diagonal trebles here? I'm really liking it. So I think I'm going to make 2 rows of the light pink and then 2 more rows of the, if I have enough yarn, because this is all the yarn I have. This is it. So I don't know if I will have for 2 rows of these. Let's finish 1 row and see. Maybe I don't want to start and then get stuck in the middle. It's going pretty fast and I'm really loving it. You know, sometimes you get into the zone of a stitch pattern and it just flows, and sometimes you have to stop and look at it and try to make out if you just, you know, to make sure if you did it right or wrong. But this is working really nicely. And I'm using my 5mm hook with this 4-weight yarn. So it's also, it's not very open and it's not very tight. So it's just the right, I think the right size for this yarn. I was thinking maybe to use the 6mm to make it even more open, but no, sometimes if you know, it can, if you use a larger size hook, so it might feel that the piece does not have the strength, right, to hold itself. So yeah, maybe I could use a 5.5mm hook, but I didn't. So I just started with my 5 because I'm so used to it using my 5mm that I didn't even think about it. But please try and make swatches and use different hook sizes so you can decide how it feels for you. Any project, not this one. This one is going to be for my membership anyway, so it's not going to be out there in the world for at least 6 months from now. So if you're in the membership, you're gonna get it. If you want to join my membership, it's a $5 month membership. It's called the V-Stitch Club, and there is a link in the description that will take you to the landing page where all the details are there. What you get for your $5. It's not just crochet patterns. I can assure you of that. It's so much more. And if you know me, you know that I am into growth and wellness and finding peace in whatever you make and in your life, because I live in such a chaotic place. So I need this for my sanity, right? For my mental health. So that's it. I finished another row. Woohoo! So if you want to join the V-Stitch Club, the link is in the description. Anyway, and if you didn't know, all my free patterns are on my blog, which is called SandraStitches.com. You can go there and find all my free patterns there. I also have a Ravelry shop where you can purchase ad-free patterns, and I also have a Pay Hip shop, which is the same like the Ravelry, but just another shop. All right, let's see what happens with this. I will continue with the light pink. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will get me to the end of the second row, and we'll see.